It is a worldview that reminds us that romantic comedies with folks like Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, or Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant, or whom am I missing, Coach?
Drew Barrymore.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey, obviously.
All right, yeah.
The three Kates.
Yeah, Beckinsale, Hudson, Winslet.
Yeah.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 actors who are in every rom-com.
It's an evening of monologue and song featuring some of my better-known characters. Would you like a little preview?
You're that girl.
Yeah, I'm Benny. He's the Jets.
Hey, it's the girl from the paper.
You think I'm gorgeous? You want to kiss me? For this list, we'll be looking at stars who just keep showing up in one rom-com after another. Cue the romantic music and the big romantic gesture, and leave us a comment below. Number 10, Matthew McConaughey. To some of us, he will always be Wooderson, but McConaughey has had a very impressive and diverse career since the days of Dazed and Confused. And while he broke out with the film A Time to Kill in 1996 and has earned acclaim for his dramatic work in the 2010s, you may have forgotten that the 2000s was a decade filled with McConaughey rom-coms, starting in 2001 with The Wedding Planner.
You saved my shoe, my life.
Yeah, the shoe's what I was going for. You just turned out to be a bonus.
His resume would go on to include How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Failure to Launch, and 2009's Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
We've heard the stories, man.
Oh, okay.
An honor to be serving with you.
And with you.
If rom-coms and Matthew McConaughey are your two favourite things, then The Naughties had you feeling alright.
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
Number 9, Katherine Heigl. When Grey's Anatomy premiered all the way back in 2005, it was an immediate hit and made overnight stars of its main cast. But out of all of them, it was Katherine Heigl who saw her star rise the highest and the fastest. And for the next few years, she was a rom-com machine.
Oh my God, this is the best news ever. Thank you so much. This is great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Starting in 2007 with Knocked Up, she was in a romantic comedy every year for 4 years straight.
Strange as it sounds, I've had some really good times in those dresses, weird as that may be.
In 2008, it was 27 Dresses. The next year, it was The Ugly Truth. And in 2010, she starred opposite Josh Duhamel in Life as We Know It. That's a lot of rom and com.
Did you want some?
No.
Because I can share. I'm a good sharer.
Number 8, Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz might not be in the front of people's minds these days, given that she basically retired from the business back in 2014.
I quit my job.
I heard.
I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do. No clue.
Well, it's a good thing that we have a ton of money.
Oh my God.
However, those of a certain age will no doubt remember Cameron and her many rom-com roles. Diaz made her debut in 1994 in The Mask, which is definitely a comedy with romance, although some might not define it as a rom-com.
You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?
However, just looking at the rest of the 90s, and we see Diaz rocking the rom-coms from She's the One to There's Something About Mary, with My Best Friend's Wedding and A Life Less Ordinary in between.
Fate intervenes in people's lives.
In ours, for instance.
Fate brought us together. It kept us together. We were destined for one another.
Fate had a pretty strange way of making its point.
She didn't slow down on her rom-com roles in the 2000s either, with In Her Shoes, The Holiday, and What Happens in Vegas all on her resume. Number 7, Jennifer Lopez. Well, her real-life romances have always seemingly been filled with more drama than comedy on screen. J-Lo has combined love and laughs a number of times, with varying degrees of success. Her rom-com career started off strong with 2001's The Wedding Planner.
You need me. You know you need me. I know you know that you need me.
And with the release of her album at the same time, she became the first woman to have a #1 movie and album in the same week. Good going, J-Lo. Her next rom-com effort was the much-derided mega-flop Gigli. But she got back in the success saddle with Shall We Dance and Monster-in-Law.
This isn't over, not even close, girlie. Well, bring it on, Grandma.
Even the critically panned The Backup Plan was a financial success. Is there anything this girl from the block can't do? Number 6, Meg Ryan. She did other kinds of movies, from thrillers to war dramas, think Proof of Life and Courage Under Fire. But for better or for worse, there are few actresses even more associated with romantic comedies than Meg Ryan.
Why did you stop by again? I forget.
I wanted to be your friend.
Oh.
And given that those films include You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, and of course When Harry Met Sally, we think it's definitely for better.
Yes! 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 Yes!
And that doesn't even take into account IQ, Addicted to Love, and French Kiss. In fact, Ryan made 14 live-action movies in the 90s, and 7 of them were romantic comedies. For a while, it really did feel like she was in every rom-com, and boy did it feel good.
A healthy person is someone who expresses what they're feeling inside. Express, not repress.
In that case, you must be one of the healthiest people in the world.
Number 5, Sandra Bullock. The talented Ms. Bullock rose to stardom on the backs of action movies like Speed and went on to Oscar-winning performances like the one she gave in The Blind Side.
Look, here's the deal. I don't need y'all to approve my choices, all right? But I do ask that you respect them.
And yet, in case you hadn't noticed, over her impressive career, she starred in a surprising number of romantic comedies. We can go all the way back to 1992 with one of her first starring roles in the film Love Potion No. 9.
All my life, I felt ugly. And now I have the world's most desirable man telling me that I am beautiful.
From there, we continued to While You Were Sleeping, 2 Weeks' Notice, and Forces of Nature. And of course, we could never forget Bullock's iconic reign as Miss Congeniality.
I'm in a dress, I have gel in my hair, I haven't slept all night, I'm starved, and I'm armed. Don't mess with me.
Number 4, Hugh Grant. If all you know of Hugh Grant's work is what he's done in the last 10 years, then seeing him at number 4 on this list should make absolutely no sense to you.
Oh, well, that sounds entirely plausible, does it?
Over the last decade or so, Grant has embraced his darker side and played very non-rom-com characters, from the villainous Phoenix Buchanan in Paddington 2 to the rich doctor who might be a murderer in HBO's The Undoing. However, there was a time following his star turn in the 1994 hit 4 Weddings and a Funeral that it felt like they didn't make a romantic comedy unless Hugh Grant was in it.
Come on. Odds on you meet your wife at dinner. Yes.
Think Notting Hill, Bridget Jones's Diary, Love Actually, and Music and Lyrics, to name just a few.
That's wonderfully sensitive, Alex. Especially from a man who wears such tight pants.
It forces all the blood to my heart.
Number 3, Drew Barrymore. Although her character's love for E.T. was very real, we're not counting that as one of Drew Barrymore's romantic comedies. Drew was so young when she started acting that the first part of her career is rom-com free. However, once she hit her 20s in the mid-90s, she went on an almost 2-decade-long rom-com role, which includes Everyone Says I Love You, Never Been Kissed, and the aforementioned Music and Lyrics.
If you are falling for him, just please make sure he's passionate about you.
Well, I'm not falling. We're just working together, you know?
And we can't forget The Wedding Singer, Blended, and 50 First Dates, featuring Drew and her 3-time rom-com partner, Adam Sandler.
Don't call me Luz. I barely know you.
Sweetie, you're sort of dating him.
But...
Sorry, I'm not better looking.
Number 2, Jennifer Aniston. Before Friends premiered in 1994, Jennifer Aniston was just an actress. After it premiered, though, she soon became one of the most famous actresses in the world, complete with one of the most famous haircuts and roles in what seemed like every romantic comedy since 1997.
I want a billboard
billboard in the middle of Times Square. Okay, I want a commercial in the middle of the Academy Awards, and I want a 10-page layout in Vanity Fair. That's what I want.
That was when she got her first big headlining role in the sweet rom-com Picture Perfect. After that, she was off to the rom-com races. From The Object of My Affection to Along Came Polly, to Just Go With It, with many more in between.
Went a limo driver?
I'm just playing the part.
And it's fitting, really, that the show that made her a star also provided her with one of her greatest romantic and comedic moments of all time.
I got off the plane.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Julia Roberts. Who else but Julia Roberts could top this list? I mean, really, what's amazing about Roberts is how she was able to do so many romantic comedies while avoiding being typecast as a rom-com star.
So what happened after he climbed up the tower and rescued her?
She rescues him right back.
As you may remember, she won an Oscar for the non-rom-com film Erin Brockovich. But with that said, this is Julia Roberts, the star of 4 of the biggest rom-coms of the 90s. Pretty Woman, Notting Hill, My Best Friend's Wedding, and Runaway Bride.
You do this often?
Well, there's not a lot to do around here.
And come the 21st century, Julia kept it going with America's Sweethearts and Larry Crowne. That's definitely an impressive 20+ years of romance and comedy.
Would you like to kiss me? Just if you wanted to kiss me, it would really be your lucky night.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.